Chuck Berry, often hailed as the father of rock and roll, was a pioneer whose innovative guitar riffs, storytelling lyrics, and magnetic stage presence laid the foundation for modern rock music. Born Charles Edward Anderson Berry on October 18, 1926 in St. Louis, Missouri, Chuck grew up in a middle-class African-American family with a deep appreciation for music. His journey from a young guitarist to a global icon shaped the sound of a generation and inspired countless artists who followed. Berry's love for music began in his teens, influenced by gospel and blues, but his path wasn't straightforward. In 1944, a brush with the law landed him in a reform school where he refined his guitar skills. Upon his release, Chuck began performing in clubs around St. Louis, blending blues, country, and rhythm and blues, a mix that would later become the essence of rock and roll. In 1955, Berry's big break came when he met blues legend Muddy Waters, who introduced him to Leonard Chess of Chess Records. Berry's first single, Maybelline, was an instant hit, selling over 1 million copies. The song's fast-paced guitar riffs and rebellious lyrics about love and cars captured the spirit of 1950s youth culture. Berry had tapped into something new, music that spoke directly to teenagers. Over the next few years, Chuck Berry solidified his place in music history with a string of iconic hits, including Johnny B. Good, Roll Over Beethoven, and Sweet Little 16. His music was revolutionary not just for its sound, but for its message. Berry wrote songs that celebrated freedom, youthful rebellion, and the joy of rock and roll. Johnny B. Good, for instance, told the story of a poor country boy with dreams of becoming a star, a reflection of Berry's own rise to fame. Chuck's performance style was equally groundbreaking. His signature duck walk, a low, hopping strut across the stage while playing his guitar, became one of the most memorable moves in rock history. It wasn't just a gimmick, it was a symbol of Berry's charisma and energy, qualities that captivated audiences worldwide. Berry's influence extended far beyond his music. As an African-American artist in a segregated America, he broke racial barriers, performing to integrated audiences and paving the way for the diverse world of rock music. Legends like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and Jimi Hendrix all credited Berry as a major influence, often covering his songs and emulating his style. However, Berry's life wasn't without challenges. Legal troubles and controversies occasionally overshadowed his career, but his resilience and talent always brought him back to the forefront. His contribution to music was recognized in 1986 when he became one of the first inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, honored as a founding father of the genre. Even in his later years, Berry never stopped performing. He released his final album, Chuck, in 2017 at the age of 90, showcasing his undying love for music. When he passed away that same year, tributes poured in from around the world, with countless artists acknowledging the debt they owed to the man who shaped rock and roll. Chuck Berry's legacy is more than a collection of timeless songs. He gave the world a new way to tell stories through music, showing that a guitar, a voice, and a dream could change the world. As Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones famously said, Chuck Berry wrote the book on rock and roll,